You wake up drained, stumble toward the coffee maker, and still feel wired yet exhausted hours later. Could something deeper than so-called adrenal fatigue be sapping your energy?
Welcome to Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. Stay informed with quick, easy-to-listen summaries of our latest articles, perfect for when you're on the go. No reading required. Subscribe for free at mercola.com for the latest health insights.
Hello, and welcome to Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. I'm Ethan Foster, and today we're unpacking the real story behind chronic exhaustion, why blaming your adrenal glands misses the mark, and what you can do right now to reclaim steady energy.
I'm Alara Sky. It's a timely topic. Many people feel stuck in a loop of salt cravings, foggy thinking, and relentless tiredness. The phrase adrenal fatigue sounds convincing, but evidence shows your adrenal glands rarely fail. The miscommunication lies higher up in the stress response chain.
First, let's locate the players. Two small triangular glands sit above your kidneys, pumping more than 50 hormones, including cortisol, adrenaline, and aldosterone that regulate blood pressure, metabolism, and your immediate stress reaction.
When you face a deadline or a near miss on the highway, those hormones surge and prepare you to act. The theory says chronic stress overstimulates the glands until they slow down, producing the crash many call adrenal fatigue.
Yet in 2016, a systematic review of 58 studies found no link between tiredness and impaired adrenal output, prompting researchers to call adrenal fatigue a myth. Blood cortisol tests also mislead because they capture mostly inactive, protein-bound hormone.
That doesn't mean your symptoms aren't real. Persistent overload jams the signal traffic between your brain and the adrenal glands. Scientists call that network the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal, or HPA axis, your master stress thermostat.
Picture that axis stuck on high. Cortisol stays elevated, driving cravings, nighttime alertness, and stubborn belly fat. Over months, even minor hassles feel overwhelming because your recovery switch never flips.
A dried urine Dutch panel captures this pattern better than a single blood draw by tracking free cortisol and its metabolites across 24 hours, revealing whether your rhythm is spiking, flat, or reversed.
Important distinction. Addison's disease, true adrenal insufficiency, is rare, dangerous, and diagnosed with an ACTH stimulation test. Without hormone replacement, it can lead to shock. What most people experience is HPA miscoordination, not gland failure.
So if your energy keeps tanking, widen the lens. Low thyroid activity, iron deficiency, lingering infections, or simply poor sleep hygiene often masquerade as adrenal problems. Chronic emotional strain and ultra-processed diets compound the exhaustion.
Caffeine enters the story here. A strong coffee blocks adenosine receptors, the chemical that whispers, rest. Your brain interprets that blockade as an alarm and signals more cortisol and adrenaline. Drink after drink, you feel both wired and depleted.
It isn't the beans destroying your glands. It's the cocktail of overstimulation plus inadequate recovery. The same survival mode can be triggered by nicotine, refined sugar, seed oils, or foods you're sensitive to.
Regaining balance starts with fundamentals you control. Aim for consistent bedtimes, whole food meals rich in protein and minerals, daily movement, and deliberate downtime to let your stress chemistry recalibrate.
Adaptogenic herbs can help buffer the peaks and valleys. Ashwagandha supports thyroid-adrenal crosstalk. Rhodiola eases burnout and lifts mood. Asian and Siberian ginseng enhance stamina, and tulsi, holy basil, offers a gentle calming effect.
These plants work by nudging hormone production toward equilibrium rather than forcing a spike, making them long-term allies, not quick fixes. Always source high-quality extracts and give them several weeks to demonstrate steady gains.
Behind the scenes, adaptogens modulate receptor sensitivity, so your cells respond efficiently to normal cortisol pulses without mounting an exaggerated alarm. That smoother signal preserves muscle, stabilizes blood sugar, and keeps your mood from whiplashing between apathy and anxiety.
Most studies use standardized extracts. Think 300 milligrams of ashwagandha root twice daily or 200 milligrams of rhodiola in the morning. Teas and tinctures work too, yet consistency is what teaches your HPA axis a calmer rhythm.
Pair those herbs with nutrient cofactors. Magnesium relaxes tense muscles and supports hundreds of enzymatic reactions, while vitamin C gets consumed rapidly during stress and helps regenerate cortisol in appropriate amounts. Whole food sources beat isolated megadoses.
Remember the thyroid-adrenal conversation. When stress chemistry runs hot, your body converts active thyroid hormone, T3, into its idle counterpart, reverse T3, to conserve fuel. That protective break can feel like fatigue, weight gain, and chilled hands.
Replenishing iron is equally vital because hemoglobin delivers oxygen to every cell, powering your mitochondria. Low ferritin under roughly 50 nanograms per milliliter often disguises itself as brain fog or morning heaviness before blood work exposes the shortfall.
Putting it together, effective recovery layers, lifestyle, targeted nutrients, and gentle herbs, then subtracts chronic stimulators. Instead of chasing another superfood headline, you build a resilient stress loop that automatically resets after challenges.
Equally important, audit your stimulant habits. Gradually cut extra shots of espresso, swap afternoon soda for sparkling water, and notice whether morning alertness improves once you allow adenosine to do its job overnight.
Track energy patterns in a simple journal. Record wake-up time, meals, stress events, movement, and mood. Over 1 week, you'll spot trends. Perhaps late-night scrolling shortens deep sleep or skipping protein. At lunch precedes the 3 p.m. crash.
If numbers still confuse you, consider a functional workup. Ferritin for iron, a full thyroid panel, fasting insulin, and that DUTCH test we mentioned. Clarity guides targeted changes instead of chasing every new supplement.
Remember, your glands are resilient. They don't simply burn out. What feels like failure is often your brain's way of protecting you from nonstop demand. Treat the signal, remove excess stressors, and stamina returns.
Let's turn insight into action. Tonight, choose one restorative habit. Dim lights an hour before bed, breathe slowly for 5 minutes, or set tomorrow's coffee limit to 1 cup. Small, consistent shifts reset the HPA axis.
Here's your challenge. Over the next 7 days, replace one stimulant with an adaptogen and log how your energy, sleep onset, and cravings respond. You'll prove to yourself that exhaustion is reversible when you address the real control center. Thank you for watching Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. We'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe now and click the notification bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.